Welcome. Glad to be with you for another week after the break. If you have, or if you'd like to chime in, let me know who's here, where you're joining from. Always grateful to see, no pressure, but so good to be back with you. And just take a minute and just settle into where you are. And welcome to this week's live. For those that may be new, I'm Tim, an internal family systems practitioner, and this model has been transformative for me in my life, and so grateful to have the opportunity to share it with others and to live it in the faithfully growing community right now, which is a $9 membership that I have. Welcome, Deborah. Good to see you. We're in the midst of what I'm calling the drop of self challenge right now. And it's day two. And I tell you, I do those challenges for the community, but I also do them for me because it keeps me motivated to get a new video out to the community each week. And it keeps me practicing right there with you. So grateful for the opportunity to do that. If you want, doors are currently closed for the community, but I'll open them again in March, and we'll probably do another challenge then. I think I need them about 4 times a year myself, if nothing else. But good morning again, Deborah and Ashley. Yeah, so good to be with you all. Actually, it's just you two right now if you look at the number. But if you're watching a recording of this later, know that you can put your questions in the chat and engage there too, and I'll get back to you for that. But whether you're joining for the first time or if you've been here for a while, your presence truly matters, and so glad that you're here. Uh, so here's a little bit about what to expect. What we do each week, I do this on Tuesdays, same time, which is 9 a.m. Central, where I am here in the Midwest in the US, just outside of Madison, Wisconsin. But we explore different aspects of IFS, not just as abstract ideas, but as living, breathing invitations to meet ourselves more fully. And just be aware of the parts that you notice. Maybe some of them are eager to learn, others may be a bit skeptical, maybe even some feel weary, and all of them are welcome here. In fact, that's the heart of what we're trying to do, creating room for every part of us to be seen, witnessed, and heard. And I want to mention today, too, I almost put a little uh, thing that my girls gave me this morning on my head, one of those hairband things that says happy birthday, because today is my birthday. And I have parts that struggle with that. I'm not the happy, it's my birthday kind of guy, and trying to be aware of those parts today. And so just wanted to mention that. And so, yeah, grateful for me and grateful for you. I'll let both of my polarizations speak there if you heard it. But thank you, Deborah. Yeah, so grateful for you, for all of you. So as we begin, yeah, let's just settle in, take a couple breaths together. And just simply notice who's here inside. And let's see if we can step into this live today with just a little kindness, love for ourselves and for our parts. All right. So today, going to talk just a little bit about the theme of IFS for divergent and convergent thinkers. I've been reading books about neurodiversity and particularly ADHD. I'm a divergent thinker. If you've been around me for just a little bit, you can probably gather that. Yeah, thanks so much, Ashley. Yeah, I really appreciate that. And so, yeah, just going to talk just a little bit about divergent and convergent thinking and how that impacts us when we go into our daily lives. And if you tune into my podcast tomorrow on Wednesday, this is the topic of the podcast. It'll be a little more in depth there too. But these two ways of knowing, and they're two different ways, but they're both protective. And we're born that way for sure, but also our parts take on strategies around that. And these thinking styles, they can be parts too. And IFS works through relationship with these parts, not just our intellect. And so there are strengths in the divergent thinking and there are strengths in the convergent thinking. And it's one process, but many doorways. And so a divergent thinker, for example, is yeah, often my parts will come up in images. They can be all over the place, and other parts get overwhelmed because they're all over the place. And I love the idea of having the framework of the IFS model, but being able to flow and maybe we're finding here and fleshing out, focusing. It doesn't have to go in order for me. And my system relates well to that. One thing that I know when I learned IFS, and I'm off script here, by the way, so enjoy it because I realized my script didn't have enough to talk about. But I like the idea of, finding, focusing, and then asking that feel toward question. I think it's all fleshing out. And so, but if you're a convergent thinker, that may drive you crazy. Like this guy is all over the place, and I like structure, and I want to do it this way, and uh, you're focused on kind of where you're going. And with me, I'm focusing on one rabbit, then there's another rabbit, another rabbit. I'm focused, but there's many different focuses, and it's divergent. And maybe you'll notice polarization between your thinking styles. Even as a divergent thinker, I will be, yeah, when I'm following those rabbits, I have a part over here that says, can you just stay with one? You're overwhelming me here. And so just be aware of that as we go into our meditation and what's your way of thinking and what may be those protectors that align that are trying to protect you from. And there's room for both ways. There's room for your way here. Tune into the podcast tomorrow, and my divergent thinking had a little more structure, and so you may get a little more sense out of it. So it'll come out 5 a.m. Central Time in the morning. But check that out, and then let's spend some time and just go into our meditation. And what we're going to do in this meditation is we're going to meet our thinking part. You hear a lot of people say, "Is that a thinking part?" Have it soften back, and usually we're having the thinking part soften back. Now we're going to allow the thinking part an opportunity to come front and center. And so see what you notice. Just find a comfortable position, sitting, lying down, whatever feels right for your body right now. You can let your eyes close if that feels okay, or just soften your gaze. Begin to notice your breath, not changing it, not making it deeper or slower, just noticing the rise and fall and the rhythm that's already here. Let yourself arrive. However you are right now, tired, scattered, calm, restless. You're welcome here, just as you are. Now, gently bring your attention to your mind itself. Notice your thoughts right now, something else we don't do in meditation often. What's coming up? Just notice them moving. Are there images, pictures, or scenes playing out? Let that thinking part run rampant. Those thoughts matter today. They always matter. We're not trying to just let them float by. Are there words, a voice narrating, explaining, planning? Maybe they're questions forming, or worries, or a running to do list. Perhaps your thinking feels quiet right now, or maybe it's busy, jumping from one thing to another. Whatever you notice, there's no right or wrong here. Just notice the texture of your thinking, your thoughts in this moment. Some people think in color, some in concepts, some in feelings that aren't quite words yet. Just let yourself observe without needing to change anything. And if you sense a part of you connected to how you think, or maybe a judgment, maybe it's the part that organizes or analyzes or rehearses conversations, or maybe it's just the thinking part. See if you can gently turn toward it. I often tell my thinking part, can you soften back? I'll get back to you. You can have your chance too. But sometimes I don't come back, and we're here now. We're not trying to fix it or send it away. Just want to be with it. And you might ask softly, what are you trying to protect me from? Or what are you worried would happen if you weren't doing this? And listen without forcing an answer. Just allow it to come. Sometime, Sometimes parts respond right away. Sometimes they need time. Sometimes they show you something without words. And if nothing comes, that's okay too. Just stay present with whatever you notice. Maybe this part is trying to keep you safe or help you succeed or prevent embarrassment or failure. Just be curious. See if you can make some space. Notice what's present as you stay with this part. Is there any curiosity, any warmth, even the smallest flicker of openness? That's self energy. You don't need a lot of it, even a little is enough. And let that quality, that gentleness, that curiosity be how you relate to this thinking part. You're not trying to get rid of it. And maybe even notice those parts that come in that may need to soften back as you engage with this thinking part. And remind them they can have space to get to know our parts better one at a time. Turn back to that part you're focusing on and let it know you're just making space for both of you and the part, to be here. Notice if the part softens even a little. Maybe it stays vigilant, and that's okay too. You're not asking it to change. You're just letting it know I see you and I'm here with you. And if it feels right, just take a moment to thank this part for all the ways it's tried to help you, for keeping you prepared or sharp or ahead of the problems, for working so hard, often without rest. You don't need it to leave. You don't need it to stop what it's doing. You just want it to feel seen, to know it's not alone. It's a part of a team, and it doesn't have to work so hard if it doesn't want to. You're not judging it. Let any appreciation you feel toward this part, even if it's quiet or small, see how the part responds before we close. And just see if there's anything else. Then, when it feels right, you can gently return your attention to your breath. Feel the ground beneath you, the air around you. When you're ready, you can open your eyes if they're closed. See if you can take a little of this spaciousness, if you're feeling it, with you. And just know you're not alone. And I'll speak to myself too. I'm not alone. You're beloved. I'm beloved. We're all enough. Yeah. And then we can come back together. If you've got questions or comments, well, welcome, Edmondson. Glad that you're here. And yeah, just so grateful for you all. I know I've said that a lot, but I really am. I even wrote that, doing a little gratefulness thing that I keep on my desk because it's a new year, new beginnings. I'm still going strong right now. We'll see how it is next week. I'm going to try. All right. Well, thank you all. And yeah, Ashley and Deborah, and thanks for that heart. Yeah, you two have been with me for, yeah, most of this journey and supporting in this faithfully growing last 5 years or so. And so, yeah, grateful for you both. And send me an email anytime, Tim at faithfullygrowing.com. And yeah, thanks for that feedback too, Deborah. It was helpful for me, even as I'm leading this meditation, because I things come to me on the fly and I get more clarity each time I do it. And so, yeah, grateful for you all. Uh, and thank you. I'm sorry, Lynn. That was you, not Deborah, that said thank you. Thanks for that feedback, Lynn. And glad that you're here. And I think you got logged in with the challenge and all that, but let me know. And you can feel free to even text me if you need something last minute there. Oh, well, thanks for that feedback too, Ashley. Yeah, we're in this together. And so, yeah, thank you too, Deborah. And we'll see you a little later. And so, look forward to that. And I'll sign off for now and head over to Insight Timer. I do the same thing again. If any of you are on Insight Timer, uh, check that out there. If you ever missed this 9 a.m., you can catch it again. The replay of me actually being live and doing it again. So, all right. Thank you all. We'll connect next week if you're able to stop by and reach out if you need to. But yeah, let's remember we're beloved today. Take care.